In this session, we will look at the additions to the enrollment that we have done before. This is part 2 of the enrollment video in High School Management. Now, today we will look at, for example, if you're modifying things in your form, if you're adding or removing questions that were already existing in your form. What happens then? Here we will have to map those new attributes or remove those previous attributes that we had in our system already. Okay, to do this, we first go to the enrollment form. I have it open here, and this is the one that us as school, we will have. And let's say I would like to delete this. You see, cell phone, it's a required place, and I will delete it. But I would also like to add one more attribute. I just clicked on that button and I added one question. And I will put here, for example, parent birth date, just as an example. Okay, it automatically tells me that I want a date, and that's it. Now my parents can fill in this information. I have it open here at the top. Just need to get rid of that. Okay, and I will refresh it quickly so it updates what I changed. So as you can see, you have here the parent birth date and you don't have the cell phone number anymore. Okay, so now I will start. I will just make up an email address. For example, kiandra.candle@gmail.com. Parent name, that would be Kiandra. Middle name, I won't put anything, it's not mandatory. Parent surname will be Candle. And then relationship to learner, that's the mother. Parent identity number, I will put in I will put in 5566, just as an example. Parent birth date, let's select here a year for this parent, for example, 1989, June 15th. All right, home phone, let's not put anything. It's not mandatory, Cape Town, for example, and then the address, I'll just put in test, just as an example. And then I'll click next. And now I'm going to put in the student name, Ova Candle, student identity number 8899, student birth date, I will select just a random year, 2016 as an example, June 8th. Female, and the language, English. Me as a parent, I can now download the school communicator as I said before, and then I'll submit. Okay, this response has been recorded automatically in my Google spreadsheet. I will go here, and as you can see, we have here Kiandra Candle, the parent, we left that empty. Okay, you can see here our line, I'll just highlight it here. All the information and all the new attributes that we add, all of these I added. And as you can see, we have our parent birth date there. Okay, now let's go into our system and import this. Now this is in our system, and then we go to school, enrollment. These are the previous enrollment documents that we created. And now let's click import to bring that new learner in. We won't have to do all those Google authorization things. We won't have to create the mapping wizard, nothing at all. We will just open up the enrollment document with these two boxes. Do you see these two boxes here? You click on it. And then here is where you can see how everything in the system is linked to everything in the spreadsheet. So for example, the name in the system for our learner is linked to student name. If I open up the spreadsheet, you have student name there. So now remember the new column that we uploaded? That was Guardian 1, which is the parent, birth date. We don't have it here because we have this option ticked, mapped only. So we will unmap that, click it, and you can see other fields in the system. Now I will select Guardian 1, birth date. I ticked on it, and then I'll just get rid of the other ones that are not ticked. I'll click here again. And now if I double click on where it says spreadsheet column, I have all the columns of my spreadsheet here. And I will select the one I want to map it with. Okay? Now remember, we also deleted the cell phone from the spreadsheet. So I will untick Guardian 1 cell phone. And then my mapping is done. I will save and close. Okay, now I just need to click on refresh from spreadsheet. And we have our new learner here. We have the birth date of the learner, the guardian's birth date, and so on. Okay, now I will click on that and click import. Now it tells us that there was a document created. I will close this, and as you can see, it automatically created this new learner. And just like we did before, as you can see here, it filled in all the information. And just like we did before, we will click Write. And this will bring in the student. And then we'll click in Write. And this will bring in the other student. And then we can post and close. Now, if we go to our school and students, we will be able to see, let me just untick this. We will be able to see our new learner and all the information will be pulled. Okay, so you see you have the name, the surname, etc., the guardian detail. You have the mother there, which is the primary guardian. And those are the new features that have been added to our enrollment process. It's very cool because now you can do your own mapping, and now you can add and remove information from the form if you don't want to have it there, or if you require more information than what we have.